Hello and welcome guys. Today I'm going to be doing a video on all of my dolls. So honestly, I don't actually know how many dolls I have. I know that's bad. But anyways, I guess I'm going to be finding out today. My guess is around 300 to 200. You guys go ahead and comment how many you think I have and we'll find out how close we are. I mean, believe me here, I try and keep records of all the dolls, but honestly it just gets out of hand, and it's not like I knew what day I got them when I was little. I probably didn't start keeping track of them till a year ago, so who knows. But anyways, let's just get on. I'm gonna try to go from my oldest dolls to my newest dolls, but I'm not actually sure which are the oldest and which are the newest, so this is kind of out of order. But anyways, let's begin the video. Okay guys, please don't laugh, but yes, this here is my oldest doll. She's from 2007, she's from the movie Barbie the Island Princess. She's Sophia, you know, that's what we keep her name as. And she's our oldest doll. I know she's a very small Kelly. They don't even make Kellys anymore. But yes, this here is our oldest doll. That's kind of ironic though, because she's one of our smallest too. Next up guys is Corinne. Corinne here is from Barbie and the Three Musketeers. I got her in about late 2009. She's pretty old, but she's also really damaged. Like, she has really bad neck injuries, but I mean, she's still alive, so that's good, am I right? Next up, we have Eric. He's from the Disney store, so he's not actually a Barbie brand, but I mean, he technically is a Barbie doll. So yeah, he's pretty old. I'm not sure if he's older or younger than Corinne, so I honestly don't know there for you guys. Next up, we have King Philip 1 and King Philip 2. So one of these is my sister's and the other one is mine. Not exactly sure which one's which because that's gonna get complicated. They don't have different names or nothing. They're also from the Disney store. I have no idea when I got them, but yep, we have two dudes that look exactly the same. King Philip 1 and King Philip 2. Next up, we have Mystic here. Mystic, I do believe, is from Barbie: A Fairy's Secret, but I got her about 2012. She's a pretty awesome doll. I did, however, do a face repaint on her lips, and I don't think that that ended very well. Okay, it doesn't actually look honestly that bad on camera, but okay, I had to try several times before I even got it to where it was reasonable, but hey, she's still alive. Next up, my peeps, we have WG, aka Waldo Green. So WG here is the Ken from the movie Barbie: A Fashion Fairy Tale 2010 movie. I honestly don't like the movie, but I really wanted a Ken really bad, and this is the guy I got. May I just say he is a weird guy. That's actually what we make his initials stand for, WG, weird guy. His name actually is Waldo Green, but I mean, he's really weird if you ask me. So that's what me and my sister called him, and I mean, we still call him WG, so that's just his name. Next up, we have Alice. Alice is also from Barbie: A Fashion Fairy Tale, and I thought that her name was Alice from reading the book. Then I just now watched the movie, and I realized her name was Elise. So yeah, I was wrong on that count. But her name stays Alice. You know, she's in the movie too, and she's here. She's pretty old, and I mean, she's in perfect shape. Her neck isn't cracked or anything. She's a pretty good doll. I like her. And I mean, that's all there is to it, to Alice. Next up, we have Queen Azana. So honestly, guys, this is actually my sister's Barbie. You know, some of these are... She only has a few left, so the majority of these are mine. These are my older sister's Barbie, and I actually named her Queen Azana. She's really old, really classic. I do believe she actually belonged to my great-grandma. I had one like this too, but let me just say she's dead now. Okay. Yeah, her neck cracked, and when their neck... Next up we have Coral. So Coral here I actually got from SeaWorld way down in Florida, but she's awesome. She's actually the leader of all my Barbies. She's like their mayor, I guess, kind of. She's awesome. She's really pretty. She's always been one of my favorite dolls. Her neck is cracked, sadly, but she's still alive. I usually keep her up high where nobody can get her, just so she doesn't die. Anyways, that's all there is for Coral. Next up is Clara. This here is actually WG's sister. They had another sister named Crystal, but again, the neck cracked and she's dead now because as a little kid, I didn't really do body surgeries or anything, and pretty much when their head came off, they were dead. But anyways, here's Clara. Her hair is like way whitish blonde. I remember always using her for like our Elsa Barbie, but I mean, now she's Clara. She's her own girl. She's not Elsa. Next up, we have Barbara. So this doll here is WG and Clara's mother. Yes, I know the dolls do not age at all, but they don't make aged dolls, so the dolls just don't magically age here. Barbara is really old. This isn't actually her body. This is my first doll that I did a body transplant on. This was my younger sister's doll, and I mean, she didn't mind. But Barbara's alive. She was like a Dr. Barbie. She's like really old, 2010, I believe. Maybe even sooner, but she's really old. Next up is Queen Stephanie. So Stephanie here comes from a yard sale, but I mean, yard sale dolls are still totally awesome. She's really beautiful. She's married to one of the King Philips. So is Queen Azana, you know, so their sister-in-law is pretty awesome, pretty cool. They're king and queen, you know, they rule their own land. But yeah, pretty awesome. I actually love her. She's really pretty. I put in these blue earrings. They did not belong to her, and she pretty much wears this dress 24/7. Here is Rapunzel, or Rachel as I call her. So this doll, again, I did a body swap on her because her body died, but honestly this body just isn't enough. Her hair literally pulls it down. Speaking of her hair, one time I did this really cool hairstyle here, but I was not able to repeat it, so for like 2 years her hair has been put in this style here and never been taken out. So I mean, it's really cool, right guys? I don't want to ruin that. But I so far have not been able to recreate that hairstyle. Now we have Cinderella, and believe me, I really do want to apologize for the missing shoe. I got Cinderella, or Ella as I call her, here on my same trip that I got Coral in Florida, just at a Target I think. She's a Disney doll, but not from the Disney store, so she's pretty awesome. Here we have the Doctor, which we called her for years, but now her official name is Nataline. Nataline here is pretty old. I got her for Christmas. She also came in a doctor kit. She has pink legs, which I don't know why Mattel did that a long time ago, and they make their dolls' legs colorful. I don't know what was got into them, but yeah, and that's really what's special about the Doctor. I mean, we call her the Doctor for a reason because she is our Barbie's doctor. She serves to help them all for the mental health. Here is Mallory. Mallory is actually Coral's mother. Again, they look exactly the same age, and their faces, they look so similar, but this is Coral's mother. She was the mayor before Coral, just, I don't know. But she's really pretty, I like her. Her earrings are gold, but they're scratched up very sadly. But she's still a really beautiful Barbie. Next up is Annette. So we called this doll Teresa for like years and years, and then this is my sister's doll, by the way, and then we eventually decided to call her Annette, and so that is what I call her most of the time, but usually we call her Teresa sometimes too whenever we use her. Here, my people, is Charlie. This is another dude from the Disney store. He's the guy from Beauty and the Beast. I don't know his actual name, so this is my sister, my older sister's doll. So we just named him Charlie. I mean, other than that, there's nothing really interesting about him. Now we have Mistress Belle. Again, I apologize for the missing shoe. These that they're wearing come off very easily. It's somewhere over there in my pile of dolls that I have yet to show you. But anyways, Belle, I got at the same time as Charlie. They're not married or anything. This is just Mistress Belle. She's actually, she has 3 orphaned daughters. I mean, no, they're not her daughters. 3 daughters that she adopted. Gracie, which is Sammy's friend. You'll see her soon. Also, Rosie and Cassandra, which are really sisters. But I mean, they're all sisters, you know, just she takes care of them. They call her Mistress Belle. I don't really know how her name came to be Mistress Belle. It just kind of did. I mean, we never call her Belle. It's always Mistress Belle. Now we have Leanna, aka the Thief. So this doll, when we were little, we played some really weird games. WG was like this evil guy, and she here was his assistant called the Thief, and she would just randomly steal stuff. I didn't actually give her the name Leanna till much later on, just the past year or so. You know, I mean, as children, our games were very creative. She knew like ballet ninja moves, and she stole stuff, and she never talked, which it was really weird, honestly, but I mean, that's her name, the thief. Now we have George over here. I mean, this is George for you. He's got a twin brother named Trent, which is a Ken that looks exactly like him. This is also my older sister's doll, just so you know. I have no clue when we got these, like WG and him. I don't know who's older, but one of those I think is the oldest Ken that we have. But I honestly don't know. Actually, Eric is our oldest Ken, if you consider him a Ken. But anyways, this is just some beach dude that my sister got at a Walmart, I think. I don't know. His name is George. He has a wife named Cherry and two younger a daughter and a son. Other than that, George is your basic guy. Now for us, we have good old Steven. This dude is like legendary. He is Steven. He's Melton's brother from the family. And okay, honestly, he usually wears this really cool hat we have, but it's upstairs currently right now. Do not ask why, but it just is. Steven's like real old. He's like as old as George. He's actually from the same line of Beach Barbies. But I mean, this is just like Steven for you. Like, Barbie always has that friend, but like, is it Steven or Steven? I always call him Steven, but sometimes I feel like his name is Steven, but his name just sticks as Steven, so that's why. Anyways, he's pretty awesome. He actually was going bald, so I had to fill in his head with, what's it called? Sharpie. So now he looks good as new. How to cure balding for Barbies. Pretty simple. He was my first African-American Ken, and he's just one of my favorites, just because, I mean, he's Steven. Now we have Sunshine. My friend got me Sunshine for my birthday one year when I was really young. 2013, I believe, was the year. Anyway, she's one of those hair Barbies. If you notice, she has really long hair. I love the dolls with long hair, so Sunshine used to be one of my favorites. She's older now. I mean, she's still totally awesome. I love her. Her hair dye is totally gone, so she's just a simple blonde. A few cracks remain in her head, I do believe. Oh, no, she's good. That's really good when they don't have cracks in their head. Other than that, she's your basic Barbie, and I mean, Sunshine, I just feel like the name went with her, I guess. Now it's time for good old Gabe. Gabe is Sunshine's husband, so they're married. And he's also Coral's twin brother, so here we're all related again. I do have quite complex Barbie families, believe me. This is just, I mean, you can tell he looks a lot like Coral. He's just your pretty simple Ken. He came out like the line before they started the Barbie Fashionistas, so he's actually pretty old. Over here, my peeps, is Anna from Frozen, like you can guess. I don't actually remember where I got her. I do believe it was a Target again. I mean, I never played with her. I always thought, like, to me, like, her eyes are way too big, so I found her as a creepy doll. I still do, but I mean, you gotta love all your dolls, right? Over here we have Betty. Oh, Betty is actually a career doll. She was a babysitter, so yes, her career is being a babysitter. And also, yes, I can confirm that all of my dolls do have some form of a job, which is really hard to come up with considering how many I have, but yeah. She also has a twin sister that is married to Trent, who is George's brother, so, you know, she's related to George, too. This over here is the second fashionista doll that I have ever gotten, Cherry. I mean, Cherry was a fashionista before they started doing different sizes and stuff, so, you know, she's older. I love her. She's actually married to George, so, I mean, she's also related to Betty. Like I said, I should probably show you guys the family trees or something. Yes, I do make family trees for my Barbies. But, you know, she has two twin children that I will show you guys later. She's married to George. She's like a model, I guess, I think was her job. I don't remember. I honestly don't play with my old ones like this very much. My newer ones I usually use for pictures. But yeah. Let's take a look at Tori over here. Like you can probably guess, Tori, well, her face is from Barbie, the Princess and the Pop Star 2012. So, I mean, her face is pretty old. And let me just say, this is Rachel's body here, if you remember when I was showing you guys her. Don't ask me how their bodies got all swapped and stuff. Something happened to her body. It's gone now. I don't even remember. But let's just say when I was about 12, I got really curious with how you could just swap doll bodies around and bring them back from, I quote, the dead. But anyways, Tori, she's pretty awesome. Her head does come off often, so it's taped up here because, yes, the neck is cracked. I hate it when their necks crack because you literally cannot use the bodies. But it happens all the time in my dolls.